Hello everyone, my name is Kumar and welcome back to our channel Kumar Programming. This is the 22nd part of this series where we are building a e-commerce project as online shoe store in Next.js 15 and React 19. In our previous session, we were able to do the price calculation and also we were able to add items to the cart and save the cart to the database. Now in this session, we are going to work on remove item from the cart and also we are going to use transition hook in order to achieve animations for our smooth UI transition. Now let me quickly show you that in production that what we are going to do. This is our production environment where we are going to select a product and here we are going to add item, right? So once user will click on this, we are seeing a loading image which is spinning that we are going to achieve by use transition hook. And also if you see here, once this item is added inside the cart, we are seeing a dynamic button over here in order to increase and decrease the quantity, right? So if there is no item inside the cart, we are seeing this button as add to cart. And once we added any item to the cart, then we are seeing this dynamic options over here, right? So once user will click on plus, then it's going to increase the quantity. And here we are seeing this message as this item updated in the cart, right? And once we remove it, dynamically our item quantity is getting updated over here, right? And once we are completely removing this item, we are seeing this add to cart button over here, right? So now let's start working on it. So first of all, in order to achieve that, if you remember that we have created this add to cart component. So in this add to cart component, we need to pass our cart detail, right? And then after that, we can perform all these calculation over there. So now let's first of all pass our cart detail to our add to cart button component. Let's flip to the Visual Studio. And here, if you remember that inside our product, we created a dynamic route as slug, and inside this, we are creating our product page, right? And here we have added our add to cart component. So now here we are going to pass our cart detail, which we have created inside our action folder, cart action. So if you remember that we have created our get my cart function over here. See, this is the function which we have created, get my cart, which is returning the current cart detail, right? So we are going to get this get my cart detail inside our product detail page. And here what we will do, here we will pass our cart equal to, we are going to pass cart like this, right? And let's write in this way. Since we don't have to pass inside this add to cart component, so we can close our component like this. Okay, now we need to get this cart. Okay, so what we will do here, simply here we can get the cart detail. So const cart equal to await get my cart, right? Get my cart. Yep, this is the server action, so we are going to call it in our server component, right? Now here we are having our cart detail, and this cart I'm passing inside my add to cart component. And now inside this add to cart component, we have to modify this, and here we have to pass our cart detail, right? And this cart would be type of cart, right? And we need to import this cart from our types. So here we can import it. Now we need to make this add to cart button dynamic, right? So what we are going to do here, first of all, here we are going to check if this item exists inside this cart or not, right? So here const exist item equal to, how we can check it, we can see if we have this cart and cart dot items, right? And inside this we can have the find method because this is an array, and here inside this we can pass our fat arrow function here, and we can check here, just pass the x dot product id equal to item dot product id, right? So this is going to return the exist item. If any item is already available inside the cart, so we will get this exist item, right? Now we will create our dynamic button on the basis of this exist item, right? So here what we are going to return, for the time being I'll just cut it, and here return exist item. If we have this exist item, then we are going to return our dynamic button, else we are going to return our add to cart button, right? So here we will add our add to cart button, and inside this, so simply if we have the exist item, then we will generate our dynamic button over here. Otherwise, we are going to show our add to cart button here, right? Now let's create here a div. Here if item exists, then we are going to create another div over here, and inside this div we are going to create another button like this, which would be performing action handle remove from cart, handle remove from cart, right? And this would be a minus icon over here, and this minus icon would be from Lucid React. Okay, and we will create this handler shortly, or let's just create this function for the time being. So here const handle removed from cart equal to a sync, and then we will use our fat arrow function, and simply here we are going to return, right? We will implement remove from cart functionality shortly here, and here I'll add some class name. For this would be type button, and then we would be having a variant as outline, and also for this image I'll give class name as width 4 and height also I'll give 4. Okay, right? And after that we need a span. Let me quickly show you that how exactly it's look like so far. Let's see in the browser. Now if I add this item to the cart, see, now we are able to see this minus icon over here, right? Now we need to show the quantity, right? So we can just simply create a span over here. I'll give some padding from x, px2, and inside this, I'm just going to pass this exist item dot quantity, right? Because this exist item is having its quantity. So here dot qty, right? Now we would be able to see the quantity as well. Let's refresh this. Yep, now we are able to see this quantity. And after that, we need one more button, which would be a plus button, right? In order to add the quantity. Okay, so now let's add that. We'll copy this and paste it here. And this would be plus, right? And this plus needs to be added from Lucid React, right? And here we are going to add the handler as handle add to cart, because this is going to be add to cart, right? And here we will use the plus icon as well. So we would be seeing this plus icon here, right? Now let's save it and let's see, right? So now we are able to see our minus icon, and here we are seeing the quantity, and here we are seeing the plus icon in order to increase the quantity, right? Since already we have implemented this functionality in order to add the item inside the cart. So once we will click this, it's going to change it, right? See, now it's getting changed. And here we are seeing this item updated in the cart, but we have not implemented this remove functionality from the cart, right? So now let's implement this remove item from the cart functionality. So what we will do here, similarly which we have created a add item to the cart, we are going to create another server action as remove item from the cart, right? And then we will hook up that server action over here like we did it for add item to the cart, right? So now let's quickly do this here. This is our add item to the cart, right? So I'll copy this entire function, and here I'll change the name as remove item from the cart. Okay, remove item from cart. And here we will do some small modification. So we need this session cart ID, right? And we need this session as well, user ID, and also we need this cart from where we are going to remove the item, and this is the item which we have. So here in fact we don't need this item, complete item, we just need the product ID. So here we will use product ID, and it would be type of string, right? So we are going to pass this product ID from our remove item from cart function, and here we are going to check if this product ID exists inside this our cart or not, right? So here we are going to check for item exist in the cart, right? And what we will do, we have already checked it somewhere else, right? Yeah, see this. So we will copy this, we will use it here, and we will give this as exist, right? And here we will check with this product ID, right? So this cart dot items, now here we are getting as a cart is possibly undefined, right? So here we will check if cart is undefined, then we are going to throw new error. Okay, throw new error as cart is undefined. Okay, or simply cart not found. And similarly we are going to check with this exist as well. If we don't find this item exist inside the cart, we are going to throw an error here, item not found. Okay, and if this item exists, then we need to check if whether we have the quantity 1 or we have more than one quantity, right? So here what we need to do, I'll remove everything from here for the time being, it's not needed. We would be needing this update item, right? So we will keep as it is, and we need this one, we need this one. Okay, I'll cut it from here. I'll paste it. I'll quickly explain it, okay? Just give me a moment here. And we need this, right? We are checking this, yeah? So I'm going to use this here. And I don't need these things anymore. Right. Now now we are going to check this if this exist item dot quantity equal to 1, right? If quantity is 1, then simply we are going to remove the item from cart. So here remove item from cart. Otherwise, we are going to decrease the quantity, right? So now here how we can remove this item from the cart. So simply we have our cart dot items. We are going to pass here. First of all, we will check cart dot items dot filter, right? We can have a filter method over here, and inside this we are going to pass our fat arrow function, and here I'm passing our item X, and I'm going to check with X dot product ID not equal to, be remember that, not equal to exist dot product ID. This exist dot product ID, right? What this code will do? So this code is going to remove this exist item from our cart item, right? It's going to filter. Now here our item is removed from the cart item, right? Else we have to decrease the quantity if this exist quantity is greater than 1. Okay. So how we can do that? Here dot find this X dot product ID. This would be the product ID since we are having this product ID only here, and here dot quantity, and here we have this exist item dot quantity -1, right? So it's going to decrease the quantity, right? And now our quantity got decreased, and now we have to update our cart into the database, right? So how we can do that? I have removed, right? This is to create. We have to use for update, right? So let's quickly copy this from our upper one. This is for update, right? So we are going to use this. So here we are going to use for our update, right? So simply we will update our cart into the database, and then after that we have to revalidate our path. So we need product as well, right? So here we are not having the product. So let's get our product as well. So here we will copy this product detail. See, here we have this product, right? So we are going to copy this, and we are going to use this product here. We are not using this session, okay? So we will remove this from here, and we are going to use our product here, right? So we are going to fetch the product from our database here, and here this would be product ID since we are passing our product ID over here, right? So now we would be having our product, and now we should be having this our product and product dot slug, right? And now we need to return success true, and here this product dot name removed from cart, and we will use this remove item from cart function inside our add to cart button, right? So here we are going to use this await remove item from cart, and we are going to pass the product ID here, right? So here we have our item, right? This props. So here we have item dot product ID, right? And we will import this from our cart action, and it's going to return the response, right? And now here we will check if this response dot, and here we will check this response dot success. If response dot success, then we are going to show this message toast dot success, and here we are not going to use this description at all, and we are not having any action inside this, right? So I'll remove this action from here since we are not going to use any action over here. We are just showing the message, right? And this one also I'll remove this, and I'll give this toast dot success, and simply we will return it from here, okay? Return, and also from here we will return. Fine. Now let's see inside our browser if it's working. Let's refresh this. So as of now inside our cart we have 3 items, right? So now let's try to remove this. See, now we got this message as this item shoes removed from the cart, right? And here if you see quantity also got decreased. and if we click on one more time, then also it got removed. And now if we'll click one more time, then we are seeing this add to cart button, right? So our functionality is working fine. Now if we'll click on this add to cart button, see this item added to the cart, and here we are seeing one item. Now if we click on this one more time, now this quantity got increased, right? And if we want to see this in our database, but before that, let me add one more item inside our cart. So here I'll add this item as well. So let's click on this, and here see this item is not added inside the cart. So here we are seeing this button, right? Now if I'll click on this, I'm seeing this one item. Let's add three quantity, okay, for this item. And now let's see inside our Prisma Studio. Let's refresh this, and inside this cart there would be one entry for my ID. So I think this is the one. Yeah, this is the my ID, and I would show you here both of the products. See, both of the products are there, right? Now let me just copy this and open a notepad. I would like to show you that product and quantity and price everything here, right? And let's copy the other product as well. This one, this is the second one, right? Right. So now if you see here, the first product is Monty Sports Shoes, which is having quantity 2, right? We added quantity 2. And the other product which we have is Carlos, which we have added quantity 3, right? So quantity is getting decreased and increased inside our database, right? Now quickly, if we just remove this Carlo high shoes, so I'll just remove this from 3 to 2 and 2 to 1, okay? So now we have only one item this. Now see inside our database, and now we should be seeing here one quantity for this product, right? So let me show you. No, it seems like it's not refreshed. Let me refresh it once again. Yeah, this one, let's see, copy and paste it. Yeah, see, now we are seeing this quantity 1, right? So our add to cart and remove from cart functionality is working fine. Now we are going to implement our use transition in order to show the spinner for our smooth UI transition. So that would be very simple to implement that. Let me show you. Here inside our add to cart component, here we are going to use our use transition hook, right? So here const it return each pending and start transition equal to use transition hook, right? And this use transition is imported from our React, right? And now on the basis of this each pending, we are going to show our spinner. And for this start transition, what we will do here, we are going to call this function as start transition, and inside this we are going to call our fat arrow function async, and then fat arrow function, and we will put all the code inside this, okay? Start transition, and that's it, okay? This is for our add to cart, right? And similarly we will do it for our remove from cart as well. So here what we will do, we will use this start transition here, and we will put entire code inside this, okay, right? And now here we will use our this each pending, right? So simply inside this button here we are going to check each pending, then we are going to display our loader, else we are going to display our button, right? So this would be the button, minus button, that would be coming over here, right? And if each pending, then we need to show the loader. So here I'll use this loader. I'll give this class name similar as width 4 and height 4, right? And I'll use animate spin, okay? Animate spin, and we will import this loader from our Lucid React. All right, now this is done for our remove item from cart, and similarly we are going to do it for our add item to the cart here, right? And we will replace this with our this button, right? And we are going to do the same thing here with our add to cart, right? And we will take this right after, okay? All right, and here we will give one space, right? Now let's see inside our browser. Let's refresh this once, and now if we click on this, see now our spinner is working fine, right? And if we click on this, see, and if we remove from here, our spinner is working. Once this item is completely removed from the cart, now we are seeing this add to cart button, right? Now one more thing that I would like to inform you guys. Now if you see here, we are seeing this message, right? We want to make this colorful. If you want to show the success message in the green, we can show this. Here we can add a close button as well. So let me show you quickly how we can do that. Here inside our ShadCN, sooner, and inside this, if you go to the dock here, inside this dock, here we have options to show the color. See here, this is the rich color. So see here how it look like. It looks cool, right? For information, it's blue. See, and this is for warning, orange. So if you want to use this, simply you can use this rich color inside our layout. We added this in our layout, right? You remember that? Here inside our toaster, here we can add our rich color, right? And now if we add this, just refresh this. Now if we add this, we would be seeing our toast in the color, right? Now in the next session, we are going to work on this, our go to cart, right? So once user will click on this go to cart button, we would be seeing our cart page. Inside that cart page, we would be seeing our all the items. All right, since we have not implemented our cart page, so we are seeing this page not found, but let me show you in production our cart page. So here, once user will click on this, and here if you go to the cart, see here we are able to see this cart item, and we have added two quantity, right? And let me show you, add one more item. Let's add this one, add to cart. Let's add one more, three quantity, and here we can go to the cart. See now we are seeing this quantity 3, and we were having this Monty Sports Shoes quantity 2, right? And on the basis of that, here we are having our subtotal, and then we are having proceed to checkout button, right? So now in the next session, we are going to work on this our shopping cart page. All right. So friends, at the end of this video, if you found this tutorial helpful, do me a favor, like this video to support me and my channel, and subscribe my channel if you haven't already done so far, and share this video with your fellow developer who might find it useful. And if you really love my work, then consider buying me a coffee to support for more free tutorials. Link is given below in the description. Alright, that's all for the day. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in my next video. Till then, take care and keep learning.